Okay, so welcome to the wrap-up session of the product launch live workshop. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over a few things in Warrior Plus that when you know how to use them, they're going to make your life easier. And what you're looking at is a screen that we've talked about here in the workshop, and it is the offer setting. And as you know, we have different products inside of an offer. So the offer is what we put together, and it is actually the funnel. So in other words, if I scroll down to the bottom of what's called this offer map, in other places it's called the funnel. So if I take this product and I decide I'm going to connect it to this one, I'm going to make this one advanced product launch, the upsell, you're going to see that in the offer map. We actually did that in this session. We're going to do that one more time. I'm going to add an upsell, and I'm going to make the upsell the advanced product launch. You're going to see that now change. And we're going to see now that you're no longer getting the message that says that this page is not in your funnel. And you look down here at the bottom, you're going to see now that this offer map is part of the funnel. We can then take another one of these offers and we can make this offer a downsell. So in other words, I can then go to this button, I can add a downsell, and I can take another offer and then make that the downsell. And what you're going to see is that in the offer map, it's going to appear differently. Does everyone see that? Does everyone see that there in the offer map, the difference between the upsell and the downsell in Warrior Plus? So if you see it, please put the letter Y in the question box if you understand what you're looking at. Okay, very good. Now, one thing that I do want to tell you about here is you're going to notice that I have an offer that's part of the funnel, but that I don't have connected to as an upsell or a downsell. And I do that on purpose. Now, this is something that needs some testing, but what's happening when you do a launch is that affiliates are actually sending you traffic. And in some cases, how many of you have come to a page during a product launch and you'll get the opportunity to opt in before you make a decision? How many of you have had that experience? If you've had that experience, put the number 2 in the question box. So you'll get to the page, you haven't really decided whether or not you're going to buy the product or not, and then a box appears giving you the opportunity to get something like a free report or free PLR or something like that. Yeah. Now, there is a problem with that. And that is that, let's say that I am your affiliate and I am going to be sending you traffic. And what's happening is that you are sending people to what is effectively another offer before they've actually seen the offer that I sent the traffic to you for. So in other words, your lead list is going to grow, mind you, but I may not profit. And so one of the things that you can actually do is that you can actually set up an offer so that when the buyer actually clicks away, they decide, okay, I don't want to take advantage of the offer, so they click out of the offer. You can actually send them to an exit pop. And I'm going to show you that here again inside of Optimize Press. Now, it works differently inside of just about any other page builder. You'll have to find the way it works inside of yours. I am just going to show this to you because the point is instructive. It's not so much about the particular way you do it in Optimize Press. The point is that you want to have an exit pop, but you don't want to cheat your affiliates. And that's really what I'm trying to impress upon you tonight is it's fine to have an exit pop. It is not fine to have that exit pop cheat the affiliates, because if I click away from that page as the buyer and I click on to another page, the affiliate is not going to get paid. Does that make sense? If that makes sense to you, please put the number 2 in the question box. If it doesn't, let me know and I'll try to explain it better. Okay, so what I can do in Optimize Press, and again, it's going to be different in other settings, is I can go inside of here and I can do what's called an exit redirect. And I can actually redirect them to another URL if they decide to exit the page. Now, what I'm doing in this page is that I am setting up an offer that the affiliate is now approved for. And I'm going to actually send people to this offer if they click away. So in other words, they're going to get an offer. If they click away, it's going to be an exit offer, and the affiliate still has the opportunity to get credit for the sale. Does that make sense? So in other words, we do give the buyer or the prospect another offer to consider. At the same time, though, we don't cheat the affiliate. Okay, so if you get that, please put the number 3 in the question box. Now again, that might be a little more than you want to do on a product launch, but when you can actually give people another offer, maybe they don't like the offer as it stands. Maybe they want something totally different. If you understand what the traffic is, you can actually put another offer in front of them that they might buy. Right? Now that's the offer screen. What I want to show you also here is what's called a JV contract. And how many of you understand the difference between a JV and affiliate? How many of you understand the common definition between, or the difference in definitions between a JV and an affiliate? Okay, Danny, you did good. You do good. A JV is basically where you and I are going to be partners on a product. An affiliate actually gets paid a commission. So as a JV partner, you and I are going to split the profits in some way. And we have to determine that before we actually decide to sell a product. And one of the ways that we do that inside of Warrior Plus is we set up a JV contract. And so you will come inside of this screen in Warrior Plus, and you're going to click New Contract. Right now, there are several different contract types. So we can have a full JV, and that's what you're going to have most of the time. So in other words, I'm going to be doing the writing, Dana's going to be doing the videos. So we're going to split this 40-60. So Dana's going to get 60% of every sale, of all the profit. I'm going to get 40%, or however you decide to split it up. And so what we would do is we would decide that, okay, we're going to set up one of our offers. We're going to say now that, let's say this offer, the Ultimate Insider 30-Day Challenge, we're going to have a JV contract. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a partner, right? And so in this particular case, I'm just going to just select this partner. And so what's going to happen is your JV partner, if you're going to split some of the profit with them on Warrior Plus, they're going to need to have a Warrior Plus account. So that's, and they should already have PayPal, granted, but they are going to need to have a Warrior Plus account if you're going to do a partnership on Warrior Plus. So if you get that, please put the number 4 in the question box. If you understand that makes sense to you. Okay, so we're going to decide what we're going to share, right? So I'm going to decide that I'm going to give this person, let's say 40%. Now, notice that you have here a start date and an end date. Now, let's say that you are going to be the person that is going to be handling the account. You're going to be doing support. You're going to be handling customer complaints. You're going to be doing the after sale webinar, but you didn't create the whole product. So what you're going to do with your partner is you're going to give them 40%, but you're only going to do it during the period of the launch. So you're not going to do it forever. You're going to agree up front that, hey, you know what, I need your help to create this. So for the 5 days that we're going to do the launch, I'm going to give you 40%. But they shouldn't get 40%, or I mean, unless you really determine that you want to do a partnership in this way, you don't have to give that person 40% forever. right? You're going to give it to them for what they did, which was to put together the product launch. But now that you're doing all the work, you want to make sure that your time is being compensated, and that's one of the ways you do that. So we can actually say that they're going to get 40% until, let's say, the end of August. Let's say that the launch, well, it starts, let's say, tomorrow, and it goes to the end of August, right? And so we're gonna set that limit. Now, the other thing that we can do is we can say that beyond $1,000, right? That's generous. We're going to say that outside of $1,000, excuse me, this person's contribution, we should probably cap their contribution at $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000. So if the project makes a lot of money, right, we're not going to give them everything, right? We're going to give them a hefty sum of what the launch is worth, but we're going to say that at $1,000, that's the maximum that we're going to pay to this JV for their contribution. Does that make sense? Is everybody with me on that? So if you get that, please put the number 5 in the question box. You understand that? All right, so the other thing that we can do is we can say that if we sell 2,000 copies, then we're going to say that this partnership, this person is going to get paid 40% for the first 2,000 copies. We could say that if we wanted to, right? It's optional. You don't have to put anything in there. But we could say that if we have 2,000 copies of this product sold, and we start having copies beyond that, then that's going to be the end of us paying 40%, this sizable profit. Because once again, you need to protect your time in a JV relationship, especially if you're going to be doing the work after the launch. So anything that's going to be post-launch, you want to make sure that you're compensated for. And anything that's leading up to the launch, you want to make sure that the partner who helped you to create the product is actually compensated for. Now, we just go ahead, we give this contract a name. I'm not going to save this contract, but we would give the contract a name, and then that contract would be part of our JV contracts inside of Warrior Plus. We can do this contract or this kind of contract for every launch we do. We can have as many partners as we want. So if we want to have another partner, now what I will say about that is this, and I found this out on a launch where I was a 6th partner, that JVZoo, or a 4th partner. Now JVZoo has a limit on how many times it will split an instant commission. So in other words, when a product sells, what happens is the outfit like Warrior Plus or JVZoo, they'll start splitting the payments. So in other words, the JV will get theirs, or the affiliate will get theirs first. Then the JV will take what's left and they'll split it amongst JV partners. Now, PayPal will only let you do that 6 times. So the first split is going to actually happen to Warrior Plus. The second split is actually going to happen to the affiliate. The third split will start happening with the JVs. So you can probably have a maximum of 3 additional JV partners. When you get to the 4th, when you get beyond the 4th, you might have a problem because JVZoo will stop splitting, and it's going to give the last person the shares of, let's say, the 5th JV. So I know that was kind of a lot, but if you get what I just said, please put the number 6 in the question box. If you didn't, I'll try to explain it better. Right? If you need me to explain it better, put the number 7 in the question box. That'll help me. You need to try to explain that again. So again, you can have as many partners as you want up until 4. And beyond 4, you're going to have the instant splits are not going to work in the very same way. So you just want to be careful going beyond 4 partners on any project. And there are cases where you could have that on a software project. I've seen some software cases where you have 5 or 6 people on a project, and what happens is typically there could be a partner that will actually split with one of the other partners as opposed to putting everybody on this JV split. Okay, so that's the JV contract. Okay, so what we can also do is we can also set a contest. You want to set this contest before you actually get started with the launch. So we can actually set up a contest and we can decide what the offer is. Now, when we do a contest, you're doing it for the entire offer. You can do it for individual products within an offer, but you want to generally try to do that for an entire offer that is launching. So we can decide, okay, we're going to do this for a particular offer. We're going to say we want this to be for all of the products in the funnel, right? We're going to give the contest a name. So in other words, we're going to call this the workshop contest. We're going to give it a little description. That's really for the people who are participating in the contest, and the contest is going to be for your affiliates. So the only people that are going to see this contest are going to be the affiliates that are going to be promoting. So you might want to write something in here like contest for $500. Most sales. Just something descriptive that tells people what the contest is at a glance. You want to give your contest a start and end date. So you might say it's going to be August 4th at midnight to August 7th at midnight. Now, you're going to have a certain number of winners and a certain number of losers. Well, not losers. That's a little bit harsh. What you're going to do here is you're going to say only 5 people are going to be compensated if they bring sales, right? So you're going to put the maximum number in there. Now, you don't have to outline what each person is going to be paid. Warrior Plus is going to show you who's in first place, who's in second place, who's in third place. And you can actually highlight that in the contest. I'll show you what that means here in a minute. So I might put in here, I'm going to have 5 winners. And then the only maximum I'm going to number display is going to be 10. I can decide whether or not this is going to be a public contest or a private contest. So in other words, I can decide that I'm not going to show this contest to everybody. And in some cases, you may not want to show the contest to everybody. And if your numbers are not what you like them to be, you can actually make this contest private, right? So we can decide that this contest is going to be private. We're going to click Create. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually show you, I'm going to show you a contest here. And show you a contest here. All right, so here are contests. And each one of these depends on how well the affiliates actually do. So let's take a look at the mini mystery profit formula launch contest. So she's choosing, okay, this one hasn't started. So let's choose one that has already started. And let's see, start date 8/11. Let's sort for start date. And let's see if we can find one here. Okay, here's one that has started, instant profit swipes. Okay, so here's the contest, and it ended, or it ends on August 10th. So you can see the affiliates that are actually promoting, and where we're showing the top 3 who are going to get prize money. But we want to show 9 because we want the other people to look at their place and keep promoting. And so we make this public, and you'll notice here that this vendor says first place gets $250, but they got to have a minimum number of 100 sales. Second place, $150. Third place, 100 minimum number of sales. Right? It says Everybody in the top 20 leaderboard will get full funnel resale rights 30 days after the launch date. All right. Any questions about the contest and about what they're for? Okay, so if the contest makes sense to you, please put the number 6 in the question box if you get it. All right, very good. So you don't have to do a contest. Contests are, I'd say, optional. In some cases, they're going to bring more people to your page. In other cases, if you have affiliates who know how to promote your particular kind of product and you're going to incentivize them with 100% commissions, you don't necessarily have to do a contest, right? You can do one. We're going to take a look now at coupons. And the coupon in Warrior Plus is very interesting. And there's a two-step process. And I'm going to show you what that process is. Now we're going to click New Coupon. And we can either generate a code or we can write a code. And because the customer is not going to actually see the code, it really doesn't matter. So for example, I could say that this is going to be Ultimate Insider is the code. Right now, there are a couple of kinds of coupons that you can actually set up in Warrior Plus. You can do a discount or you can do a new price. We can decide that our coupon is going to be for 20% off. We can make it active at a certain date, let's say at the launch date, say 9 a.m. We can have it expire 3 days after the launch date, 9 a.m. Now, there is a feature inside of a coupon called max uses. So what we can do is we can actually inject scarcity into the coupon. So in other words, we tell people, well, look, there are going to be about 50 of these discounts available. And you don't have to try to create false scarcity. You just input the scarcity in here. So in other words, you say there are going to be 50 people that can use a coupon, and you mean it. You do need to try to hold to what you're going to do in terms of scarcity. And it's a lot easier to do if it's automated. You can actually do that inside of Warrior Plus. So that's where you come with the max uses. So what we can do here is we can actually decide we're going to do this with a specific offer and a specific product. Right? So it's got to be a specific offer and a specific product within the product, or we can actually just do it to a specific offer, right? Not any particular product. We can assign this to a particular buyer or a particular affiliate. Now, the affiliate assignment is kind of interesting because what's going to happen when you actually do a launch is you're going to actually have someone come back to you and say, hey, you know what? I would have liked to have promoted this, but now you've already raised the price. Are you willing to give me a coupon so that I can then promote this to my list and have them get the launch price? And the way you do that inside of Warrior Plus is right here. What you're going to do is you're going to assign this to a specific affiliate. Now what's going to happen is that we're going to save this coupon. But when this affiliate sends traffic to our sales page, their buyers are going to get 20% off. Right? It's going to happen all automatically. The buyers are not going to have to enter a code. They're not going to have to memorize anything. They're going to have to do anything. They're going to click the link, and it's going to give them the discount. Right? So if that makes sense to you, please put the number 7 in the question box if you get that. Okay, if you need me to explain it again, I'll explain it again. So if you need me to explain it again, put the number 8 in the question box. All right, very good. So it looks like you guys are getting it. Okay, so when I save this coupon, that means then that only this affiliate is going to get the discount, only this one. Everybody else that comes to the sales page is going to see the regular price. Now, I would not make a habit of giving one affiliate one price and another affiliate and all the other affiliates another price after the launch. I wouldn't make a habit of that, because again, you are going to have people that are going to buy after the actual launch. You don't want to be in a position where they actually end up getting an email that says, hey, you can get this now for 20% less than you would have gotten it before. And somebody said, well, yeah, I got to the launch late and I bought it at the whole price. So, but you gave these people a discount. You don't want to be in a position where you have to answer that. So this is a neat feature to have. I would say you don't want to make a big habit of doing this after the launch, and especially after you have raised the price. Right? It's pretty important. Now, another way to do a coupon inside of Warrior Plus is going to be new price. Right? So what we can say is that when this affiliate, when people hit the button, we want them to get a new price if they get the coupon. Right? And we can do the same thing. We can say it's active. We can say that we're only going to have this to go to 100 people. And we can actually then limit it to a specific offer. Right? And what we can do is we can actually set it up so that it doesn't necessarily have to go to any particular, let's say any particular affiliate. We can decide we want to give this to all of our new customers. Right? All of our new customers, we want them to get the new price of $9.95. So what we're going to do, we're going to save this coupon. Right? Okay, so let's see. We do have to do a specific product. Okay, so now we've had the coupon set up, Ultimate Insider. So now what we're going to do, and this is a little bit, this might be a little complicated, but let's go to this one. And what we're going to do is we would actually go and get the button code. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to get a tracking link. And let's see. Let's go back here. We're going to go back here for a second, and I'm going to create something specifically for this offer. So it's going to be inside of Product Launch Workshop and Minimalist Lifestyle. So there it is, Minimalist Lifestyle. All right. And we're going to say Insider or Workshop Test. We're going to make the new price $9.95 or $7, we'll say. We'll make it active as of now. And we're going to save this coupon. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're actually going to now get this particular code. We're going to go and get a tracking link. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a sub ID. And we're going to call this sub ID Workshop Page. We're going to click this little blue link. And then we're going to assign a coupon. And then there is our coupon that we just created. But what happens then is that the link that you're going to give people is going to be this one. Now again, I realize that that can be a little, there's some twists and turns in there, but you should be able to kind of follow what we did. We had to go in and create a coupon code, but we had to come back to the actual place where people are going to be clicking the link to actually put it so that when they click the button, they're going to get the actual price. Right? So once again, if you miss that, just watch this a couple of times. Again, it's not necessarily all that straightforward. It works very well, but you do have to understand the whole business about getting a tracking link in order to create a new link that you're going to actually have to give people in order for them to get the discount. Okay. Any questions so far? Any questions about what we've done so far? Any questions? Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to go to the custom commission rules. And we're going to actually use custom commission for the case where, let's say that during a launch, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the affiliates to bring you as much traffic as you can. And so one of the ways that you're going to do that is you're going to incentivize them with 100% commissions. But after the launch, you don't necessarily want to give the affiliates a custom commission. And so you can determine that here in this commission rule. So you're going to click New Rule. You are going to say, I want a time-limited rule. I want it for a specific offer. Now, I can decide now that after there's a specific time that starts, I want to give a specific commission based on that timing, right? A specific one based on the timing, okay? Now, once the time ends, the rate is actually going to change back. So here's how you would actually do this. You would actually do something a little different when you create your offer. You would say then that the regular rate is going to be 50% for your affiliates, but from the time of the launch, the 4th at 9 p.m. through the 7th at 9 p.m. we're going to pay 100% commissions. After that period ends, it's going to revert back to the regular rate of 50%. So in this case, you would not set your commission rate when you're setting up the product. You would set that at the rate that you want the commission to be after the launch. You would set the commission rate for the launch as the special rate. So if you get that, please put the number 8 in the question box if you get that part. Okay, so these are some things that are going to make your life a little easier when you are actually launching, especially if you're going to have a partner, especially if you want to make sure that your affiliates don't get cheated, especially if you want to make sure that you maximize your own profits during after the launch, right? Once you're taking over support and all the other stuff, you want to maximize your profits. And one of the ways you do that is you make the launch period the period where you're going to give away 100%, unless for some reason you are going to want to extend it beyond that. But generally, you want to stop giving that. Now, of course, you could just go into your product and you could change the commission rate. You could do that, right? You could do it manually. But you can actually set it so that if you, for some reason, forget about doing it, or you come to the point and you don't have time, or you're not in a position where you can go to your computer, you can actually set this up so that it works automatically, right? And this, you can actually do all of that inside of Warrior Plus. Okay? Any questions? Any questions on anything that we have done tonight? These are some things that we needed to do to finish up the unit on launching on Warrior Plus. And what you should have now is you should have a bird's eye view and the ability now to set up your launch on Warrior Plus. You have all the tools and you have everything that you need other than to create your product. So if there are no questions, we are going to end this session here. We appreciate you all being here. Thank you very much. Have a great night, a great day, and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.